All right, so I don't know if you can tell, but it's raining. There's a big storm brewing in the Gulf right now, and a lot of that stuff has pushed its way all the way up here near Atlanta where I live. And so we're getting a lot of rain. And I actually had a different video planned for today. I was gonna do something totally different, but it's raining so much I can't get it done. So today I just figured let's take a walk around. We'll look at the different habitats and see what turtles do, you know, when it rains all day. I figured that's pretty interesting. So first off, right here at the pond, all the turtles are active, especially the box turtles. The box turtles really get active when it rains. I'll have days where I don't even see these guys, but when it starts raining, they come out and they're foraging around, they're digging for worms, they're swimming around in the water. So I really like the rain because that gives me a chance to really see everything, especially some of the turtles that hide out when it normally during a hot summer day, they don't really want to be out. So rain is awesome for getting to see box turtles. Got one right here. And that is, of course, a Gulf Coast. That is a Gulf Coast box turtle. And I have some cooters right here coming to say hi. They like to come out of the water and beg for food. So this thing they're doing right here behind me is pretty normal. They like the attention. They like to try and be first for food. One thing about when it rains like this though, and you may notice this, is over time with the turtles crawling in and out, and then with tons of rain, a lot of my rocks and a lot of my gravel and the stuff that's surrounded my liner on this pond has kind of slid back down into the pond. So pretty soon I'm going to be doing an overhaul of the landscaping of this whole pond edge. I'll do a video on that, so stay tuned for that, and I'll show you guys how I basically update and re-landscape the edge of a pond, especially when it needs it. Another Gulf Coast box turtle over here. Let's say hi to this guy. Hey, what's up, buddy? He's like, I am not in the mood, Greg. Oh, little soft shell right there. So, looks like everybody in the pond is doing good. Ugh, I'm gonna crawl out of here. I don't like to walk around in this habitat too much. I like to give them space. See if anything's under this. Nope, nothing today. And then I've been doing a lot of work on the alligator snapping turtle pond. You probably saw the update video where I had to patch a hole. As you can see, it's holding water just fine. It's actually holding too much water right now. And my overflow is right here where all this grass is. So another issue is, and this happens when it rains a lot, is you'll get like dirt kind of coming into the pond, and it'll eventually settle and the pump will run it through and it'll all settle to the bottom. But right now it's kind of murky. The other reason being is the alligator snapping turtles get really stirred up when it rains, and they like to mate when it rains. So usually when I look out here and it's weather like this, you'll kind of see the male chasing the female around, trying to get with her, and her trying to avoid him. So that's pretty normal. So, but everything looks good. All my plants are coming back. The water's full. Couldn't be more stoked on that. Go visit the Russians. You can see they're kind of sitting over there by their house, kind of hanging out, watching the rain come down, but also they like to stay dry. They don't like to be too humid. Actually, this spot that I put them in is pretty well drained. It actually is on a very slight slope, so most of the water runs down and under the fence, and this gets a lot of direct sunlight, so it's dry without being terribly dry, but enough for them that on a normal day when it's not raining all day, it gives them the right mix. And here comes one of the Russians coming over to say hi right now. What's up, buddy? How are you? What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. And you can see the hermanni over there. And they really like this hide that I'm using. And all that is that's just like a dog crate. Animal carrier, and it's just half of it. I actually have another one in my building that I use and works very, very well. So like I said, these guys are just, dude, Russians are just cute as a button. But yeah, I love to come over here and see them coming out of this thing. This works really well. So if you do have box turtles, Russians, and you can get these even larger. So redfoot, yellowfoot tortoises, these animal carriers, you divide them in half and they make a nice little hide. And then in the wintertime, I actually take leaves and sticks and pile it completely over that so you can't even see it, and then it's well insulated for wintertime. And then another hide I made recently, because we did get a period of extreme heat. I actually used this piece of tin. I was using this before to hopefully find snakes in my yard, and I never did. So I ended up putting this piece of tin back here to make an extra hide. And as you can see, these guys got another tortoise over here, a much bigger tortoise. And that is my Sulcata tortoise, and he's hanging out over here by the garden. This guy actually enjoys this kind of weather. If it's heavier, he tends to go inside the building or underneath the back deck, but if it's fairly light rain like this, he just chills, man. And another thing I've noticed he likes to do is he really likes to eat the wet grass. So it's another way of kind of absorbing water. Even though they're a desert or semi-arid tortoise, they take in a lot of water. So this guy seems to really like it. He looks so chilled out right there. Look at, like when you see that leg position, that's when you know they're like super relaxed. They're like, yeah. Yeah. What's up, buddy? Yeah, he's not stoked on the GoPro. I think the camera freaks him out. Garden's doing well. This is actually like probably 7 foot tall. That's okra. I got some other stuff here. See if I can step over it. But yeah, all this stuff is doing really well. Pretty stoked on that. You can see right here, this is a little okra coming in right there. So got lots of cool stuff in the garden. I think it's pretty cool to see him actually grow this tall. Got some, I think this is long bean. These are pretty cool too. Look at that, that's a long bean, dude. That's such a long bean. All right, and then now over here, come up to the Gulf Coast box turtles in the back. And got little female chilling right there. And right now I'm actually working on getting some wood, and this pen will about double or maybe even triple in size. I'm gonna take it to the fence, I'm gonna take it that way, I'm gonna take it this way, so that this winter I just want these turtles to get lost back here in this habitat. And then it'll also make a good framework that the other side of it can be for my yellowfoot tortoise, so that she has a nice large enclosure. And this will kind of start framing out this back corner of my yard so it matches what I've done with the front. Going around the back here, we'll see if anybody else is wandering around back here. This is also a good way to see the rest of the gulfs. Yep, here they are. Rest of the gulfs hiding out in the back. So yeah, you can make a pen out of pallets like I did with this one. I don't really recommend it. It works in a pinch, and it was free and I wanted to try doing it. It's just not my favorite pen. But if you ever are hard up and you need to throw together a pen really quick, a lot of times you can get free pallets from behind buildings. Ask the owner first, don't get caught. All right, let's go down. Let's see what the Asian tortoises are doing. Yeah, when you walk around, you also get a good chance to see, maybe some wildlife in your yard you wouldn't normally get to see. A lot of times I'll come out here, and this will be when, some salamanders and stuff like that will be moving in my yard. I do have some two-line salamanders I do occasionally see when it rains like this, but Asian tortoises are back here. Yep, this is my black mountain tortoise, and she's enjoying walking around in the rain. The elongated has its head in the corner, so not much to see there. But these guys love it, man. These Southeast Asian tortoises really just kind of come alive when it rains, especially the elongated. That's a tortoise that a lot of times spends most of the day undercover and then kind of comes out and explores more early morning and then after sunset. But when it rains, the elongateds have a tendency to really, you'll see their throat going, their nose will get real pink, and they'll really start running around. Just mine's not right now. I think it already did that for most of the day, and now it's just chilling and working off some of the food that I gave him earlier. But the mountain tortoise is definitely doing good, and she's a real sweetheart. I'm gonna go this way, and we have stock tanks over here with snapping turtles in them. I was actually in the middle of cleaning this one out and working on this, and then the rain happened. Got a good size male Florida snapping turtle. He's going to be in this thing for probably the next couple of months. Hopefully going to be adding some more stock tanks, and then once I get the stock tanks that I need, I'm going to add a cinder block area. We're going to make some in-ground Florida snapping turtle ponds right in this area. I'm looking to kind of emulate part of Fred Grunwald's place, where he had a bunch of similar setups. So that's one of the things I want to try and do here. I know my yellowfoot tortoise is around here somewhere, but I just don't see her. The ground makes that like squishy sound. All right, and then one of the things I have to do every time it rains is I have to check on these. And for this particular stock tank, the best thing for me to do when it rains like this is let some of this water out. Boom, just that easy. Right onto my foot. But the reason I do this is just so it doesn't overflow and there's no risk of anything getting out when it does rain a lot. So I'm gonna bring this water level down about 4 or 5 inches and then put the plug back in. This is a stock tank that has the yellow blotch map turtles and some striped neck musk turtles. And now they're all hiding at the bottom. And the rain stirs it up, so I'm not real stoked on that. I think it's time to replace the pump in this thing, so that'll be another thing to put on the to-do list. If you'd like to help support what I'm doing as far as pumps and wood and all that stuff, I'm starting a Patreon page, and I'll put a link to that below in the description. If you want to join my Patreon page and kick me a couple bucks, it goes a long way to helping support keeping these animals going, keeping the habitats improving, and keeping everything happy and healthy. Look, there they are. What's up, guys? I love these guys. They're so friendly. All right, so I brought the water level down to a level that's acceptable. And then I'll check again on this later tonight. So when you have this many animals, you're pretty much checking on everything 2 or 3 times a day when you get bad weather. It's just the responsible way to do it, because you know it's better to kind of keep an eye on things than to have disaster and be bummed on yourself later. Mexican giant musk tub. I love these flowers, so cool. Mexican giant musk is doing good. Water looks fine in there. All right, baby turtle stock tank. Got a little baby turtle right there. Move this right there. There we go, buddy. Little loggerhead musk. So these guys all appear to be doing fine. Now, again, this is another tank where I'm going to be watching the water level, and if it gets too high, I can pull a plug, or I can take one of the water outputs, divert it off the side, and just pump it down. So another way that if you have an outdoor setup, you can keep an eye on things. It's the matamata over here. Just don't see the matamata. Let's see where he's at. Move this over here. There he is. Oh, matamata turtle. Look at that guy. How cool is that guy? They are one of a kind. Love that turtle. And so far everything else here looks a-okay. So that's a quick walk around, kind of gives you an idea of what I do here when it rains. Like I said, It's all about checking on things and being a good turtle parent. You know, I think some people call them shell babies. You won't hear me say that, but you do just got to look out for them, man. I mean, that's part of having them, is taking on the responsibility of always being there for them and always caring for them, and doing the work. So hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's safe. If you're in the path of the storms, hunker down, stay safe, and then let us all know that you're okay. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.